Hey everybody, this is Perch, and this is absolutely breaking news and critical news for the comics industry. And there's a lot to kind of unpack here. So let me start at the basics. Marvel Comics has found a new distributor, which is an exclusive distributor, multi-year deal with Penguin Random House to deliver not just its trade collections and graphic novels, which is what a number of other publishers have done, but also their comic books as well. This means Penguin Random House will be the distributor of choice to the direct market starting October 1st. Now, why is this such a huge deal? Well, they're basically stepping away from Diamond, who was their exclusive distributor to get comics in that they hadn't a direct deal with. And now they're going Penguin Random House, which a number of companies from AWA, I think Boom, several others have also chosen. And behind the scenes, at least, there's some indication that DC will likely move this way as well. They already have some relationship, of course, with Penguin Random House, and their deal with Lunar has been kind of as a short stick, if you will. I've heard nothing official that they're going to move away, but I've heard a number of conversations that they would certainly eye this as a long-term possibility. And of course, there's some, longer-term kind of financial reasons to do that. So why is this a big deal? Well, first off, just to be absolutely clear, Diamond absolutely can still distribute comics to comic shops. So if you're a comic shop, you can still work with Diamond. And what basically is Diamond is going to then need to get their comics from Penguin Random House, and then Penguin Random House would send them to Diamond. Diamond send them to the direct market. So if you're a comic shop, you can continue to work with Diamond. And I would be absolutely unsurprised if DC, for example, does start pushing also through Penguin Random House, if suddenly DC Comics are back available with Diamond as well. For comic shops that do not want to move from Diamond for whatever reason, they like that relationship. Maybe there's money owed one way or the other. Many reasons why that could happen. So comic shops could stick with Diamond if they want to. However, as one pretty kind of key difference, Penguin Random House, one of the little things kind of tucked under the covers there is that Penguin Random House is a free freight distributor. So shipping charges are absorbed into the price of the comics. There's not additional shipping fees charged to the shop. This is pretty significant in terms of what shops will do. So Marvel is saying basically this. They're saying, after a thorough analysis of the market environment, Marvel has chosen Penguin Random House as its distribution partner to create a sustainable, productive supply chain and enhanced infrastructure of Marvel publications that will benefit comic retailers and fans alike for years to come. Penguin Random House is known for its state-of-the-art multi-ranging services that enable independent booksellers to increase efficiency and profitability. Now, what's important about that paragraph there is this is almost exactly what DC also said as a reason they walked away from Diamond, that they didn't see Diamond taking the necessary steps to be dynamic, to be on top of things, and to basically innovate their services. At the time, many sites, all the usual guys, they basically attacked DC for being sociopaths. I think the owner of Mile High called DC a sociopath for walking away from Diamond. Bleeding Cool ran just dozens and dozens of negative articles. Remarkably, you're not seeing the negative articles here. Amazing. It just kind of makes you wonder a little bit. Steve Jeppe, who's a Diamond boss, basically said, talked about their history. They will work hard to earn your business. They have kind of defending themselves a little bit, saying we have continually invested to improvements to our distribution networks. Today we have 1 million square feet of warehouse space, a robust network. Diamond has always been highly focused on the specialized needs of the direct market and everything else. What does this mean? Well, at a high level, this is good news for comic shops and getting comics more places. One of the key takeaways here is that Penguin Random House has a better footprint into markets beyond the direct market than Diamond did. And they're going to leverage that. So comics are going to show up more places. Does this mean we're returning to the newsstand? No. But it is highly likely that places like Barnes & Noble and others will start carrying floppies in some cases. It won't mean that everything is there, but if you have a big event like King in Black, for example, I think you will start to see those in by other places beyond comic shops. That's good news. If you're a publisher, it means that you might start to use your events as good hooks into your regular comics. You want to broaden out, your floppy market. You want to increase subscriptions and other things. It means that you can now use your events as more of a pull because they're going to be in more places. This is a good thing. I think overall, this has the potential to be positive. Now, to be fair, this also has the potential to be negative. So Penguin Random House are going to do other things. They're going to be in other places, and they are going to have different preferences. So if you're a classic comic reader, you might start getting a lot of content you don't like. That might not be as good. So it will be an interesting feeling to how people adapt to all of this. The other kind of, the reality here is that Penguin Random House, they gave a quote that says, "This is an exciting time for comics. We're thrilled to partner with Marvel, taking the next steps to support the growth of the marketplace." That's word stressed many times, together with our direct market retail partners. Based on the foundation of our relationships with physical retailers, we're confident in significant growth of the comic book industry and welcome the opportunity to further collaborate with and invest resources into the direct market. What's key here is the word direct market is not comic shops. He's meaning it bigger than that. They're talking about shipping comics more places than just traditional comic markets. That is a good thing. That's a very good thing. I think that we should look at this positively. I think that it is interesting to see the reaction of news for when DC made similar claims and had to move their business and change. It was a disaster. It was nightmarish. Now here we are 1 year later, almost 1 year exactly later, and Marvel is also moving away from Diamond. And, will we see the similar, shame to Marvel? I tend to doubt it. Instead, I think the reality is, it is what it is. On another front, there were comments I know from a few people. I don't know who all was saying this, but that Steve Jeppe was one of the likely people to buy DC. That clearly is not happening, neither with the amount of money he can bring to the table or anything else. It's just not working. He does not have the cash nor the industry strength to make any of those moves. So if you were expecting Steve Jeppe to be the guy to buy DC, you're nuts. That's definitely not going to happen. What does this mean for Diamond? They're going to struggle. Bluntly, this company is going to dramatically shrink. They already were in a bad place, I think, and this makes it much worse. The reality is, even if retailers absolutely love, even if retailers absolutely love working with Diamond and everything else, cool. You're going to now have to justify basically paying Diamond more because you're paying for freight, where Penguin Random House won't do that. It's going to be tough. You see a lot of publishers moving to Penguin Random House over the last couple of weeks. This is just, one more big deal. Why is Marvel doing this? Bluntly, they want comics in more places than comic shops. And Penguin Random House is, either one of the largest or the largest book publisher distributor in the world at this point, and they can get comics places that Diamond couldn't. So that is what they're going to do. If you're asking me personally, I think this is good news. I'm in the mood of this is good for the industry. It's going to help stabilize things. It's going to help create a good platform. It's going to be very interesting to see the hypocrisy of how people treat this news and where it's all going. But we will see. This is the one other part I guess I'd throw in here is if you're a small publisher, an indie publisher, it is way easier to get a relationship with Penguin Random House. You can do it very, very easily. And frankly, anybody who's doing crowdfunding or has any kind of sustainable business should be trying to get those contracts done right now with Penguin Random House because it's super easy to sign up. There's not this crazy approval process. It is way easier, way better. And in theory, that should also get more content out to the market. So I think that's a good thing as well. All in all, huge news. This is the biggest news you're going to have this month. And yeah, potentially has very, very far ranging implications. So let me know what you think in the comments below. Like and subscribe. And thanks for listening.